Hello, attraction marketing community. Looks like we are live. What's going on? Okay, looks like we have a little bit of a lag. Let me just close some. Make sure I don't have anything open that's slowing down our browser here. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. Last time. What's going on? Hello, everybody. Okay, let me close a few windows here. All right. I can hear you. Fantastic. Yeah, am I coming in a little choppy? Let me know if I'm coming in a little choppy here. Okay, this is weird. I got to figure out what it is that's slowing down my computer. And I'm going to close some. Last time this happened, I accidentally had let me see. I accidentally had a double broadcast of StreamYard happening. How's my sound? Is my sound choppy or is it just my video? All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'll do my very best. I apologize for the choppiness. It's kind of weird. I don't know what causes it, but yeah, close a bunch of windows and see if that helps. But we will get going. All right, cool. Well, awesome guys. So I don't know. I don't know what heavy duty thing I've been doing on my computer, but I have been busy. What's going on, guys? I'm excited for today's live. Today, I'm going to cover the 10 different attraction marketing strategies. At least, I think I'm going to probably cover more than that for attracting your ideal perfect prospect. Now, one of the things that I will want to say before we get started on this topic is there is some training that I've done in the past on essentially target market, attracting your defining your target market, know whom you want to work with. And one of the most duplicatable ways, I know there's many people who are great at sales and they're great at recruiting, leading with the opportunity. And just know that that is much harder to duplicate. So you got to be really good at sales if you want to lead with the opportunity. And if you want to do marketing leading with the opportunity, then you're going to be attracting a lot of tire kickers, people that aren't serious, people that are lottery minded when it comes to leading with the opportunity, because they're probably, if there's someone's looking to make money online, they're probably scoping out and looking at 10 different things that can possibly make them a quick buck. And so their mindset of the people that are the biz op seekers, so to speak, is not as serious. And so that's just what you deal with. So unless you are excellent at training your team on how to lead with the opportunity, meaning you know how to teach sales really well, then I don't recommend leading with the opportunity. I recommend you have a target market where you can generate a customer first. Have a target market that aligns with one or a set of your products that helps to solve a problem for that target market. And the reason that is a more effective alternative for most people who have never done network marketing, if you lack experience, if you struggled in network marketing, if you don't have any success in network marketing, it's going to be a lot harder for you to lead with the opportunity because you're going to need some pretty serious sales skills in order to be able to accomplish that. So the alternative to that is to create a target market where that target market, and this is not a training on how to create a target market. There's another training that I did on target market that you can find under our guides. But in this first training in 2024, I want to dive into what are some of the attraction strategies for attracting people from your target market. I just want to explain real quick the reason we teach people who are inexperienced or lack results in network marketing to lead with the product is because it's a lower barrier of entry. Having somebody invest in a product for $100, a couple $100 even, is a much lower bar, lower commitment than the commitment to go all out and build a business. And because what you're selling when you're leading with the opportunities, you're selling not just the cost to uh you guys hear me all right? Just make sure you guys can hear me, that it's not a issue here. Seems like you guys can hear me. Um when you're selling the opportunity, not just selling the cost to enter the business, you're selling the commitment of starting a business, the time invested, the attending events, the attending training, going through training, sacrificing time away from family or other things that they enjoy. That's the thing you're actually selling when you're selling an opportunity. And then people are only going to do that if they think it's going to work for them. And so you're also selling the idea that they can do it, that it can work for them. And so leading with the opportunity is very hard, especially if you're building online, especially building social media, unless you are one of two things. You're either a marketing expert, meaning you've made millions of dollars online yourself, uh, generally in digital marketing, or you are an experienced network marketing leader. Then leading with the opportunity is viable. And in order for that to duplicate, you got to be really great at sales training with your team so that they can also lead with the opportunity. And so if you don't have those things, then leading with the opportunity is going to be an uphill battle. But leading with the product, well, the only thing you're asking people to commit to there is coughing up some money in exchange for something that they can take, that they can consume maybe, or start using without much effort to produce a result. And so the beautiful thing about doing that is that your customers become an ever expanding warm market that is paying you to be a part of your warm market. They're paying you to participate on the product side of your business. So they're going to fall in love with your product. Hopefully, if it's a good product, they're going to get results from the product. And as a result, they're going to believe in the product. They're going to believe in the company because the company makes a product. There's an opportunity for you to build a relationship. So they're going to believe in you. And so when you do, and you should invite them to take a look at the business, well, the only question at that point that you got to get them to believe is whether they can do the business, because obviously they see you doing well with the business from a retail side. They see other people probably building the business because there's other people that referred people in your community to the product. So they know other people can do it. So it's just a matter now, you don't have to deal with 5 or 6 different beliefs and try to overcome those objections. There's only one objection, and your presentation really needs to focus on how what you have can help them create success, can help them create a part-time or full-time income. So that's the reason leading with the product is one of the best strategies. And you want a target market that is in alignment with that. And you want a social media strategy, or not social media strategy, that can help you first get customers, because that literally allows you to get paid to grow a warm market of people who become raving fans of your product, raving fans of your company, raving fans of you, so that the leap towards becoming a distributor in your company is not such a big of a leap. Drop me number 5 if that makes sense. I know there's a lot of people who are like not going to be big fans of that message, but there's somebody right here. I just saw Andrea Clark. She typed in, "Let's go." Andrea is a multiple 6-figure earner and former student here at Attraction Marketing, who has used this exact strategy for building her business, creating duplication using the product. And she has a team, an organization over 13,000 people. So 13,000 people by leading with the product. That's pretty powerful, guys. And so leading with the product does not mean you're not building your network and your downline. It means that you're going to get paid to grow a warm market of people who love your product and love your company and love whatever else they're consuming from the company. And therefore, those are people that are much easier to convert into business builders. And that way you're not having to overcome these big objections related to building a business. Can I do this, etc.? It becomes a little easier. So I hope that makes sense. And again, if you want to dive deeper as to how you go into designing a target market. There's training under the guides on how to create a target market. But let's assume you have a target market. Let's assume that you know who you're going to attract. Let's say you're going to, and as an example, you're going to serve women in their 50s or above who are perimenopausal, premenopausal, menopausal. You can tell this is not my thing. Who are struggling to lose weight, or who are wanting to lose weight, who are challenged with the issue of weight loss for the first time and other problems. That's your target market. Well, that's who you're going to speak to. That's the tribe you want to grow. And so whatever that is for you, and it needs to be alignment with your product. So if that's going to be your target market, then you want to have a weight loss product that helps women in that category, lose weight, and also probably deal with some hormone issues that are standing in the way of them being able to lose weight. Or let's say your product is legal services of some kind. Well, you're going to have to pick a niche of problems, essentially, that your legal services might be able to help. Maybe it helps business owners kind of have some insurance against lawsuits of some kind. Or maybe you're in the insurance thing, life insurance. So life insurance, that's a big market. But there's different target markets in life insurance. There's people who are looking for life insurance, people who have life insurance but are looking to get more, people who want to not have their life insurance expire when they retire, at 65 or whatever, as most policies do. So even within life insurance, there's a lot of different niches that you can serve. But once you pick your niche, the question is, how do you find them? How do you attract them? And so that's what I'm going to cover here today. And then as I cover all the different ways of attracting your ideal perfect prospects, we'll talk about what it will look like to actually be like Andrea Clark here, who's a student here, and become a student and start getting rolling with learning some of these strategies. We get coaching on how to develop your target market, get coaching on how to get started with the platform of your choice, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment. So we can have that conversation. But first, you need to understand, what are the opportunities that are out there? So first and foremost, there are essentially three categories, and you can write this down. There are three categories, or three types of attract and influence activities. Three types. There's active building, and this is where you're primarily investing your time with people to attract them to you. So this is basically, you can call this social engagement or networking, and you're creating a relationship. But the important thing is, it might sound like, well, I'm already doing that, Fernie. I go to BNI things and all that stuff. I'm talking about doing it online, doing it on social media, and doing it within the context of a target market. Because if you're doing that, then you know that the people you're actively engaging with and networking with are in your target market. Therefore, they likely, high probability, they have problems and needs and outcomes that they want to achieve that your product can help them achieve. So you're like basically connecting and networking with people that you already know could greatly benefit from the product you have. So it kind of takes the pressure off of needing to talk about your product, actually, because you can talk to them about their problems, and you can pretty much anticipate how many of those conversations will go. Because if they have a product, if you're networking and connecting with people who are looking to upgrade their life insurance, and you're networking with these people and creating relationships, well, your job is not necessarily to pitch them your solution. Your job is to help them, help give them advice, help them give perspective, help educate them. One of the great quotes from a legendary marketer, he says, the best way for you to demonstrate to people you can help them is by actually helping them. And when you actually are helpful to people, you become attractive. They want to continue the relationship with you because you add value to their lives. And then you build influence. And another word for influence is leadership. You become a leader in their eyes in that context, because you're somebody that helped them understand maybe their problem at a deeper level. You help them, educate them. You help them to really understand what their options might be. and you can say, I'm somebody that helps people do this. Is this something is this something you're open to exploring with me? And they say yes. So that's the active networking, active social engagement. You can do this on any platform. You can do this through Messenger. You can do this through commenting. You can do this in groups and communities you're a part of. You can do it on people's posts of people, of leaders or companies or whatever that you interact with. And so you're primarily investing your time. But for some people, that's a good way to start, and that's how everybody starts. But then it can, you want to create more leverage. Drop me a number 10 right now. If you'd want to, less and less over time, spend less of your time building your business and more of your time doing other things that attract people to you that are already ready to have a conversation about what you offer. So that's different. Investing your time to get them to the point where they're ready to learn more about your product, or investing your time in doing something else that gives you more leverage and allows you to reach many people all at once, that causes people to come to you. Well, that is called leverage building. Leverage building is where you're investing your time creating content marketing to attract. So the difference is, hey, I may be a part of a group or a community, and I'm interacting with people, and I see somebody has a question, so I answer their question, and I send them a DM, and I offer them more helpful advice, and that leads to a buying conversation. But so that's active. Leverage building, or you could also call this content marketing, is where you create content that brings people to you. So content marketing is something. An example of that would be like reels. You create a reel, a 15-second, 20-second reel that gets seen by hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions of people. Maybe you go viral, and those people begin to follow you. They come to you. Or maybe your content is so compelling that they reach out to you, to your inbox, and go, hey, I want to learn more about what you're doing. I saw your reel on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, and I think that those results look amazing. How did you do that? And so now you're using content to attract people. You're still investing a lot of time. You're still putting in time, the work, but it's no longer on a one-on-one conversation thing. You're doing it to create content. And there's different types of content marketing. And I'm going to talk about all the different types of content marketing that are out there. But that essentially is what leverage building is. It's content marketing. It's you're investing your time to create content that gets shown to many people, including your followers. That's how you can build further influence with your followers, because people that follow you will continue to see your content, and that content is genuinely helpful. Through that content, you demonstrate to people you can help them by actually helping them. What you would do in a one-on-one conversation, now you record in a video or in a post or something, an infographic, and now people are consuming that content. It gets put out there, and through whatever platform you're using, it brings people to you. Now, it can be this strategy can be hit or miss. Some content will perform better than others. I think one of the best influencers in the network marketing space, my buddy Brian Fryer, he did 100 reels over the course of like a 3-month period, 100 reels, and 2 of them went viral, but 98 of them, didn't go very far at all. And so he put in the work to basically create 100 videos, and 2 of them actually went viral, got I think a few 100,000 views or so, and that helped to grow his followers in his training business, not a network marketing business. And so you're going to have a lot of swings and misses when it comes to content marketing, but if you're consistent like Brian is, it's worth it. You got to be consistent. You got to do it every day. Maybe do it multiple times a day. You got to keep doing it. And if you're somebody like me that is not the most consistent person in the world, that is not very disciplined. I'm not very disciplined in many areas of my life. I'll admit that. I'm a normal guy. I have my flaws, and creating content every day is not one of my strengths. And so it's one of Brian's strengths. It's not one of my strengths. So creating content every day, being a producer every day, all that stuff, it's very hard for me to do unless somebody's watching over my shoulder and like basically making me. So I had to, and there was a point in my network marketing career where I was the number one influencer on a social platform. And the only reason I was creating content on that social platform was because I was having a lot of fun on that social platform. I was really enjoying the connecting, the networking that was happening on the social platform. And I built an audience of over 500,000 people on that platform, built a six-figure business, but then that platform went out of business. It was a social networking platform that literally went out of business, and that entire following was gone. So I learned a couple of things there. One, the only way I'm going to be consistent at something is if I really enjoy it. And I've never enjoyed building on social media on any platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I've been on all those platforms. I'm creating content. I'm using Facebook right now for this. So this is about basically the most I use Facebook is for this type of live for an existing audience. But other than that, I'm not very consistent on any platform since then. And the reason is because I don't enjoy being on social media like I did back then. And so fortunately, I learned another way of building that is more leverage and active, way more leverage than leveraged, more leverage than social engagement, more leverage than content marketing. I learned how to automate my attraction. I learned how to, and automation involves two things: advertising and building a very simple 2-page or 3-page website that generates leads and prospects for my business and converts them into customers automatically. So as I was building on social media, I was mastering the skill set of automation. And I mastered the skill of automation in a way so that basically when somebody saw my ad, they coughed up their contact information. I immediately presented an offer, so a product offer, so that when they purchased it, that would offset the cost of my advertising, and so I basically got, I was basically generating leads for free. And that's basically the way I do things even today. If you see on my personal social media channel, I very rarely post about my business. If you look at my Instagram, I actually do post about my business, but it's not me posting, it's my team. And I really I'm kind of lost touch with what's happening there. Because I'm not gonna be a Brian Fryer or a Ray Higdon that's gonna be super, super consistent every single day posting on social media. I needed to find a different way because I did it, wrote the book, got the t-shirt, and I decided to basically learn the skill of automation, which I became really good at. And many of our students become really good at because they don't want to be social media butterflies for their entire career. Drop me number 5 in the chat if you are somebody that would like to use social media less than you currently do while still having your business grow. Because that's essentially what automated strategies allowed me to do. It allowed me to start investing a little bit of money on advertising that attracted people to me. I literally started with $1 a day, investing money to have my content seen to people that I otherwise would not meet on a consistent basis. They got drawn to me, and then they would join my email list. They literally would give me their contact information in exchange for something of value. And then I would make them an offer all on autopilot, and then they buy something. And then that would basically cover my ad cost, or I even made money. In fact, the funnel I have that I use today, for every dollar I spend on advertising, I make $5 back. So it's like a magic slot machine. And many of our students have a similar setup. And the reason I'm looking back right now is because my son just opened the door. So I'm alive. Okay. Bye bye. Bye, buddy. I don't know if you saw my son through the monitor there, but anyway, so that's where I basically spent the rest of my career mastering automation. And so so those are the categories. Number 1, active building. That's mainly investing your time with people. Number 2, leverage building. That's mainly investing your time creating content. Number 3 is that's investing a little bit of time, but then almost no time later in the beginning, at the end. But you invest time in the beginning, but then almost zero time later. But you invest some money to basically attract people to you, build influence, and convert them, and do it on autopilot, and that covers your ad cost, so you essentially can do it for free. And that's my favorite way of building. And so, but it takes time to get there, and you don't start there. And I don't recommend anyone start there, but it's really exciting when you ascend to those levels. So now, so I've talked about the categories, those things that those things fall under. So now let's talk about the ways of I'm going to mainly talk about I've talked about social engagement. You can do social engagement on any social media platform. So I'm not going to spend too much time on active building. I'm going to talk about the sexier stuff, which is the leverage building, content marketing, and on the automation. So if you guys are ready, give me a heck yes in the chat. Let me know that you guys are ready. I'm going to talk about now, break down what are the different opportunities for building in a leverage way and an automated way. So here we go. All right. The first way of a one way, not the first way, there's just one way of building in a leverage way, meaning create content to attract people to you. You already know about, probably you've already heard about it, but I'm going to just cover it. Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels is Facebook's response to TikTok, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So Instagram Reels, creating, if you choose to do nothing else at the beginning of your career, in addition to learning how to engage with people, network with people, we are network marketers, so we got to learn to network and be comfortable communicating with other people. But in addition to that, what you all first thing you want to master is creating short video content, micro video content, and that comes in and actually four forms: Instagram Reels, that's number one; Facebook Reels, and they're very similar but not exactly the same; TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And there's also other platforms that I can't speak to that also have short video content, like I described. But they're not proven platforms for building a network marketing business, so I'm not going to talk about those platforms. But I know Instagram Reels, I know many of our students crushing it with Instagram Reels, attracting people like crazy. I have students using Facebook Reels to attract people like crazy to them in their target market. I have students that are using TikTok successfully to go viral and attract people to them. So and YouTube Shorts. I have a student right now who's basically made it her mission to build 100% on YouTube and doing not only posting YouTube videos, but doing YouTube Shorts and attracting an audience, growing an audience there. So those are four ways for you to use leverage building / content marketing to attract, where literally the videos you need to create can be as short as a few seconds, like 5-second videos, 10-second videos, 15-second videos. And I think that's a game changer because nothing like that existed when I was building. And I built on, again, I built a $500,000 following on social media. But nothing like that existed. And so I had to like hustle, network. You guys have an amazing opportunity for the first time ever to attract people whom you've never met, who are in your target market using short little videos. And I'm not going to get into like how you do these videos. There's other trainings that we've done, and definitely within our mentorship programs, we teach how to create these videos. But the important thing to do in these videos is is two things. One, to make sure within the first second of somebody seeing your video that they know exactly what it is you're going to teach them or show them. And make sure that what you teach them and show them is something that they would be interested in learning, that addresses their problem, that addresses a need, a fear, something that they want, something that's relevant to them and your target market. So that's the biggest tip I can give you. Make sure that your content, these short videos, are about something that is of interest to your target market, meaning it has to do with their problem, their fears, the results they want, or their dreams. And two, make sure they see that. They see that in the first frame, even within the first second, less than a second, as they're scrolling, because they're scrolling like this to their reel. You want to stop them. And so you got to make sure that they can see it, they can hear it within the first less than a second. They know what your video is about. And so that's the biggest tip I can give you on that type of content. Now, another way of attracting your ideal perfect prospects, this is where it starts overlapping with automation. And so Facebook Lives, but not just Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives and boost those lives. One of the features that you have on Facebook, if you upgrade to a professional profile, is it turns on the boost feature. The boost feature is something that is actually how I started to learn how to advertise. And it's literally a blue button on any of your content. All right, guys. Sorry. Literally, if you guys can hear me, drop me number 8 in the chat. Let me know you guys can hear me. Somebody said, dang, blue boost button. Literally, my computer crashed. It went dark on me. I don't know what happened. So glad I was able to hop on. You know, I didn't lose too many of you, which is cool. Well, what do you say I just pick up where I left off? Because I was on a roll. I was creating some good content for you guys. What do you say? Drop me number 10 if you guys were enjoying what I was sharing with you guys in terms of education, because I got more to share. I'm going to pull up some of my notes here so I can get back on track. So that's all that I'm trying to do here. This is, see, even when you run an 8-figure business, stuff like this happens. Because somebody was commenting on my home studio and all that stuff. Well, doesn't matter how good your studio is. If your computer crashes, then that's what happens. So, all right, let me. I'm just waiting for my notes to pop up because I want to make sure that this content is really tight. Thank you for your patience, guys. Where are my freaking notes, dude? Give me my notes. There we go. All right, I'm gonna. All right. And my notes are not coming up. There we go. All right. All right, guys. I appreciate your patience. My notes are right here, so I got them right where I left off. So I'm gonna prop you guys up. Does it work if I do this? Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. So I was on a roll. Let's keep the train going here. All right. So I was talking about Boost. This is primarily how I learned
to advertise. The first thing I learned to advertise was hitting the boost button on my content. And back then, you could only do it on a business profile. Now you can do it on a personal page, which is awesome as long as it's a professional profile. So you need to upgrade. So that's one way. And so that's how you can have new people. You don't, if you're like not comfortable creating short video content, but you like to create more just like little mini lessons, 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute lessons, and have those lessons. You can do that once a week or once a month even, as long as it's really great content. You can then hit a little blue button and invest money to have that content shared with people in your target audience. And this is what's powerful, because now you don't have to worry about being super consistent, creating content every single day. You can create one live once a week, or one live even once a month, but I recommend once a week. Once a week, you create some really good content, and then you just boost the crap out of it for that week so that it gets shown to more and more people. So if you guys didn't know that, drop me a number 3 in the chat. Let me know if that's something new that you weren't aware of, or you weren't sure how to use it. And that's pretty much how it works, literally. And so that's Facebook Lives, and that's a great way to like get your beak wet with advertising in a very low risk way. The other thing you can do, this is leverage. We're talking about leverage. So this create content marketing is publishing videos on YouTube. So that's another way some of our students have crushed it and been able to grow a huge following. And many of our students know how to rank their videos for certain keywords in their target market on YouTube. And their videos might be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour long. Doesn't matter. They're able to they create really good content. They know how to create good content. And their videos show up when people do certain Google searches or certain searches on YouTube related to something in their target market. Then they can find them. They can find and attract people from their target market from YouTube. Now, the thing with YouTube is you need to have a link to refer people to, because you can't. There's no messenger in YouTube. So at this point, you do want to have something called a funnel, which I don't have. Something I trained on last week. So you want to look at the training I did last week if you want to understand what a funnel is, and that's ultimately how you begin automation. You can generate leads on autopilot. You can build influence with them on autopilot. You can convert them into customers on autopilot. That's the type of website you use to do that. And if you're going to be doing YouTube videos, you're going to need to have one of these type of websites to capture the lead. So that's YouTube. So that's number 8. Number 9, there are actually ways, and we have students and we have training on how to rank content on the search engines. So imagine being able to rank content on Google. If you've ever wondered how does somebody get their content or website ranked on Google for certain keyword searches, that would be very, very powerful for you to rank for. Drop me a number 6 in the chat. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in learning more about, because that's search engine optimization, or SEO ranking. At this point, you will need a website, because your website's going to need to host content. And that content, if you know how to publish it correctly, and if you know some other things that are technical that I don't have time to explain, can actually be ranked, and you can all of a sudden start generating leads from Google. And that website should have the ability to capture leads, going back to my conversation about a funnel. So you can use SEO. So that, those are basically what I covered in terms of actually I covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ways of attracting your perfect prospects. Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. That's all about creating content that's short. Facebook Lives and YouTube video publishing are both creating video content that's longer. And so your Facebook Lives with a boost, that's where you start dipping your toe into advertising. You creating YouTube video content. And the last thing I just talked about was about search engine optimization, ranking your website content on the search engines, people finding that content, and as a result, you convert them into a lead, and perhaps even a customer, or at least maybe a phone call. The final 3 ways of attracting your ideal perfect prospects have 100% to do with automation. Guys, if you're excited about learning or exploring or eventually learning how to automate your prospecting, automate your influence building, and automate every aspect of the building process up until the point where somebody books a call with you and they're ready to basically sign up for your business. If you're interested in learning how that's done, then yeah, drop me a heck yeah in the chat, because that's the part that you need. One component that you need that I already talked about is you need a funnel. You need to have a very simple 2 or 3 page website that I trained them on last week on how to basically take visitors to your website and convert them into leads, where you can email them on an ongoing basis, like we email you guys. Invite them. You get through email. You can invite them to do anything. Invite them to a group. Invite them to go, follow you on social media, or you can just keep in touch with them. So you need a funnel that allows you to build an email list, and then also through that funnel, you're able to you convert people into actual customers. So now you're able to convert people into actual customers, and that's pretty badass. But it doesn't work unless you actually can drive traffic to that funnel, unless you can actually send people into that funnel. So all the organic strategies I just talked about, you can drive into a funnel. So organic traffic or organic activity, followers, you can get them to join your email list. But the fastest way to grow an email list, the fastest way to grow a following, and build an email list where you can't be censored and you can say whatever you want, is through advertising. And there's primarily 3 ways that we advertise here at Attraction Marketing that we teach our students. Number 1, Facebook advertising. We get 80 to 90% of our traffic from Facebook advertising. So Facebook is still the 1,000-pound gorilla in the advertising space. They dominate over most other advertising. So Facebook, we get a lot of volume. So we do Facebook advertising, and we have many students who are running ads right now to their funnel. And for every dollar they spend on advertising, they're making $2, $3, or $4 back immediately. So every single day, they basically turn on this magic slot machine that pays them to grow their prospect list, their email list. And they're able to convert customers on autopilot. So really awesome. Facebook is awesome, and it's where I would start. The next place that you can advertise that doesn't have as much of volume, but has a higher quality prospect, people that are willing to spend more money, invest more with you, that are going to be more committed, is YouTube advertising. Many of you probably have been on YouTube and you've seen those videos that interrupt your video you're about to watch. That's an in-stream ad. You can also have ads show up as part of the search results when somebody searches on YouTube, and many other ways of advertising on YouTube. YouTube advertising, we also do. It brings in some of our highest quality prospects. These are people that are more serious because they watched a video as opposed to watching a quick ad and clicking on the ad. So YouTube advertising. And then the final thing I'm going to share, which I think tops off my list of basically 10 different ways to attract your ideal perfect prospect, is something we also do. And I'd say it generates maybe about 3% of our customers, but still a good option. Google advertising. Advertising on the Google search engine. So when somebody does a search for something that they're looking for, they're looking to solve a problem, they're looking to achieve a certain result or whatever that is, well, in addition to finding you on the organic search results for SEO, they find you on the ads on the side. Google advertising. That's actually the first form of advertising that I ever learned, was Google ads. And so it's still alive and well to this day. And here's the thing, YouTube and Google are owned by the same company. They're owned by Google. So YouTube advertising and Google advertising, you're using the same ads manager, the same platform to run both ads. So they're not really separate, they're together. So it's very easy for you, if you're doing YouTube advertising, to be advertising on Google. Guys, if this has been informational, helpful, or informative, not informational, informative, drop me number 10 in the chat. Let me know that this was interesting to you. Now, the thing I got to get across is everything I've shared with you. I don't do all these things. I have not mastered all these things, and neither should you. What I recommend for you to do is to explore. what is going to be your ideal strategy for attracting? And it might be an evolution. For most of you, it might start off with active building. So you're going to start with active building, social engagement. That's where everybody starts. And you should get results there first. And then it's going to evolve for you to doing leverage building. So you're going to do some sort of content marketing on a platform, not all platforms, but on a platform. So you get to choose. Well, you like Instagram, you prefer Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, whatever sings to you the most, then that's where you're going to transition to doing content marketing. You don't have to do it on all platforms. We have students that do it on all the 4 platforms I mentioned, but you don't have to. And most people that do really well in network marketing tend to focus on one platform. So the content marketing phase of your journey. And then if you're a real badass, like so many of our students are, and we teach, we're the only company in the network marketing space. First and foremost, attraction marketing was born here. And attraction marketing started with teaching network marketers for the first time how to create automation, because back then when it started, there was no social media. So the first thing we taught our students was automation. Today, there's a lot of options, but still automation is probably the most leveraged and is the best way to basically get off the social media crack. Like if you hate being on, if you just don't like being on social media, or you really have trouble being consistent creating content for social media, or if you'd like eventually just be able to recoup that time back, even if you like the social media, if there's other things you prefer doing, then learning advertising as the final tier in your journey as a student with us is going to be ideal for you. I no longer have to, like, I have this app installed in my browser that literally deletes my Facebook newsfeed. So whenever I log into Facebook, I don't see any posts. All I see is the groups I'm a part of, and then I click on those groups, and those groups are usually the groups of our students, the people like you. Most of the social media, the time I spend on social media every day, is either doing like content like this for you guys every single week, or it's logging into my ads manager, and I don't have to even do that very much on Facebook. But the site of Facebook that I'm logging into, or the site of YouTube I'm logging into, is where I manage my ads, not manage my newsfeed. So that's where I can, basically make sure that ads are doing well. I can generate leads, and then I can log off and go about my day. And I know as I'm going about my day, I'm generating leads, I'm generating sales. People are getting booked on the calendars of my team, and things are awesome. And so that's where I'd love all of you to go. If you want to be able to explore these options for yourself and actually have options in your business, then I invite you guys. I'm gonna share something here. I invite you guys to book a call with somebody on our team. And let me see. Because I'm on my phone here, I don't have. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna suggest that you guys. Oh, there we go. I know it. So I'm going to suggest you guys go to attractionmarketing.com/getbooked, attractionmarketing.com/getbooked, type the word automate in the chat, or anything in the chat, but go there and you can get on a calendar of somebody on our team. That person has nothing to sell you. They're not going to try to pitch you anything. It's more of an opportunity for you to learn if we are a fit together, if we are somebody that can help you in your particular company, your particular business. And if we can, then we're going to provide you more information that are going to be next steps to help you learn more about how we can work together, and we can support you on this journey where you first learn how to build using active building or social engagement, then get into content marketing. And if you really want to take it to the next level, learn how to go into automation. And we teach all of this stuff in our entry-level mentorship program here at Attraction Marketing called Acceleration. And so I encourage you to book a call with our specialists on our team, attractionmarketing.com/getbooked. Also type the word automate if you want to connect with them through Messenger, and they can support you. And we also have an event coming up where we're going to spend 90 minutes on every single topic that I just covered. So if you'd like to learn more about that event and be able to attend as a student here at Attraction Marketing, then book a call with a specialist, and you can learn more about being a part of an event as a student, where you're going to learn all the 10 different strategies that I talked about, and have 90 minutes to dive deep into each single one. So hope that makes sense. Sorry for the technical glitches, guys, but hopefully my recovery was smooth enough. So I appreciate you all. Please drop on a scale of 1 to 10 how valuable this live was for you. As long as you guys like them, I'm going to continue doing them and educate you as much as I possibly can in this format. Take care, guys. Look forward to seeing you inside of our community. Take care.